ready now.
I left my AirPods at Portsmouth Premier Inn City Centre.
Oh.
Right, left my AirPods. Realised immediately. I did that thing.
That sentence was just... that was a bad sentence.
There was a lot of pain in that sentence. It was very bleak.
I do like a Premier Inn, though.
We're all fine with Premier Inn. I did this thing.
Good breakfast.
Here's an age thing. Don't think I do the breakfast.
Oh.
Here's an age.
Oh.
I like my lie-in and I like to just get the fuck out.
Excuse me. Sorry, too good for a Premier Inn breakfast now, are you?
I just like to get out.
Oh, sorry, mate. Okay, fine.
But I did this.
Yeah.
This is a thing of age. This needs to stop.
You're staying in a Premier Inn, but thinking you're too good for it, basically. That's it. You're like, well, I'm here, but it's not really my... You're sort of looking... You're looking down on the Premier Inn from your Premier Inn bed. It's like a Morrissey lyric. I was looking down on the Premier Inn from my Premier Inn bed.
I like that.
Thank you.
And I think you're probably... I think I've always been like that.
Yes.
I think I've always...
Hyacinth bouquet.
What's that?
Ideas above your station.
Definitely.
Delusions of grandeur.
I remember when I was a young man, went to the Louvre and thought, wait, went to the Louvre. The Louvre.
He's saying it like Del Boy. I was down that fucking Louvre, mate. I tell you what, some of the paintings they got in there, they know their way around a paintbrush, mate.
I remember being in my early 20s. I went to the Louvre. You remember Minty? I went to the Louvre with Minty, my ex, and I looked around and I remember thinking this. I thought I could live here. About the Louvre. So
Someone said to me recently they can imagine me living in a mall.
Oh, the Louvre. Sorry, apologies.
Yeah.
I didn't. Right, okay.
Yes, that's what. But that's.
I thought that's what you were referring. Yeah, I thought I was saying
made your
it wrong.
point within the statement.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. But thinking that going into the Louvre and thinking I could live here is mental.
Yeah,
that's not what you're meant to be. You're meant to be.
That's not most people's takeaway. Is it?
It's so mad.
I always get. That is the place where I get the strongest imposter syndrome, is walking around the gallery.
I fucking hate it.
I don't know if I'm enjoying this artwork in the same way that everyone else is.
Let me tell you, Paul. Let me just rephrase that for you. I don't know if I'm enjoying this artwork the way that everyone else is pretending to.
Yes.
No one. Get the lie detector tests out.
No
one
I
is
disagree.
enjoying the gallery.
I know people that appreciate art and in the way that it's like, I get what are you getting from this? Okay, but I mean,
here we go.
I mean, that's just a nice painting of the local area, isn't it? And
some children have done that.
Yeah, it's vibrant, it's alive.
You'd be proud of your child doing that.
Yeah.
But that's the only way I can enjoy that.
Well, hold
it's through
on.
the prism
you don't
of
know
my
if that's
child.
written by a child, do you?
Drawn.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
This is us in the gallery.
That's a lovely writing. It's a painting, but...
come and have a look at this statue. Paul, that's a fire extinguisher.
That's like, I quite often have anxiety dreams. The two main ones I have is that I've been drafted into playing a band and I don't know how to play the instrument, or
that's such a Paul dream.
I've been called on to play for England, and then I get on and go like, I can't play football. I mean, not I can't play football. I can't play football well enough to play for England, and I'm
so both of the dreams are.
I've had long dreams where I'm playing for Southampton, and a couple of times it's gone all right. I've scored, and I'm like, fucking yeah. If I was up in, I'm like, yeah, I am quite good. Yeah, and then other times I've sort of gone on, and I'm like, God, just do the bare minimum to get away with this because this is on top.
I've had a lot of dreams where Tom DeLonge, guitarist of Blink-182.
I know who he is.
Invites me on stage to play the song, and I absolutely fucking nail it. Okay. And I would, because I can play them all.
More confident, less self-doubt.
Yeah.
I had a dream.
So you left your AirPods in the Premier Inn?
I did leave my AirPods in the Premier. By the way, I also just had a dream that I shat myself in a beige suit the other day.
And had you shat yourself when you woke up?
No.
Maybe I'd farted. Because usually if I dream that I've either pissed or shot my load, I wake up and I have done either of those two things. It doesn't happen as often, the wet dreams or the sex dreams. I used to love those.
I haven't had one in a long time. I think it's maybe when I was in my teens mostly.
Yeah, oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever have one when you were staying around at someone's house?
Yeah, I was this.
That was
I'll
awful.
describe the.
And so I didn't have. I had to sort of figure out what I was going to do because I was only had the boxer shorts that I was in or whatever.
Yeah, same. I was going to school the next day, and I had cummy pants. I couldn't.
Cummy pants, Cummy Mikey. Yeah, no, a few times that had happened. I'd wake up around someone's house, go, "Oh God, I've dreamt about shagging them."
Oh God! Look at him!
Oh, no. I can't believe I just said that. Sean, just get on with a story about your fucking AirPods, man. Look what you're making me do. Look what you're making me confess to.
I'm so sorry.
This is like the weirdest interrogation ever.
It's
Just go
fair.
in there and tell him that you've lost your AirPods. He'll confess. If you hold off long enough on the main body of the story, he'll come
I
clean.
wanted to be pegged by his mum. No, I just couldn't find my AirPods on the Bluetooth. So I did that thing of, this is awful now.
Yeah.
I'm packing away, pretty organised. See my AirPods on the bedside table.
Yeah.
And go, well, they're clear. I always check my room, so I'm not going to grab them now. I'll grab them last because they are so obviously there that I can't miss them when I leave, and I missed them when I left. And I realised instantly when I was on the train, when I went to feel them, I was like, oh my God, I left them even though I remembered to take them. So I call up the Premier Inn. Yeah, right. Yeah, let me have, hang on. Right, you're going to need to send a prepaid envelope.
So they had them?
Yeah, we got them.
I always assume that they're not going to have them, by the way.
This was like half an hour.
But I've had it 10 minutes later. I don't want to go on again because you two are going to fucking gang up on me about the Bluetooth. But I'd taken my Bluetooth speaker. The Penta Hotel in Birmingham. And I realised 10 minutes after I'd left, and I phoned them and like, oh, it's not there. It's like, well, it was there, wasn't it? Someone's fucking had that.
Oh, that's annoying.
Right. Yeah.
Some other weirdo wants a Bluetooth speaker.
Certainly. So I've had to go to the post office to get a prepaid envelope and write my address on it, and then put that in another envelope and send that to them, and they send it back. Like, is there not a service? People leave stuff at hotels all the time. It's pretty normal. Chargers, AirPods, laptop. But the fact of the matter is, you've left it. Yeah. No, I get that. I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. I totally accept that.
I think, Sean, of anyone I've ever known, you are the king of making your problems other people's problems.
Right? Can you?
It's
Right.
like, bloody hell! You think they'll have something in place? It's like, you've left your AirPods.
Can we just make? Is there a special episode? Is there a special version of this episode that could go out that my missus can't hear him say that, please? We don't want
So,
him.
bloody hell! That hotel where I left my AirPods are really shit at
How
sending
is
them
there
back.
not a service where you go? They go, yeah. So that's the £5 fee. You put it through to us, and you go,
that's a
yeah,
good point.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And then they send it back,
Yeah.
and you go, yeah, absolutely, fair enough. I left it
Idiot
there.
tax.
But I've got idiot tax. I've got to go to a post office and buy a How do I know you're going to send it back? I mean, we'll wait and see.
Yes.
I had to put a little note that I wrote on a post-it note. Hi, room 415. You said you'd give me my AirPods back.
Yeah.
Put them in this envelope. This all feels very dodgy. Everything should be...
that is weird, actually.
It's weird, right?
Yeah, that is
I
weird.
said it to the woman at the post office. She said, we've never had this before.
Bullshit.
I left my
Call her
stuff
a
in a
liar.
hotel. They sent it to me.
I am calling her a liar, actually. The receptionist at Premier Inn Portsmouth, you're a liar. Imagine if they were a patron. I actually refute that. And I also think you talk about golf too much.
But just, yeah, and then so yesterday when I went to send off the envelope, this isn't, by the way, this is no one else's fault by mine.
By the way, having to do that.
Right, guess what I did?
What?
I got backup AirPods. Lost them on the way to the post office to send off for my AirPods.
Wow.
The backup pair is in like the really old pair. Yeah, gone. So I've just been left with my fucking thoughts, which is
I've done
dark.
a flight. I had to buy some like earphones on the flight.
What? So that you weren't raw dogging it?
35 quid.
You bought them on the flight.
I had to. It was a 4-hour flight. I'm like, I can't do this for 4 hours. I'm gonna have to just take.
So no screen
No.
for 4 hours.
4 hours.
Wow.
You can't leave. That's like a form of torture now.
Yeah. No offense, but what's wrong with your brains that you lose? Like, I've never lost AirPods. I've never lost keys. I've never lost a phone. Why do you guys lose stuff?
I don't want to say it because it feels.
You are shaming ADHD.
Yes.
No, I didn't shame. I didn't shame.
You are shaming us.
I did not shame you. I was trying to see what it was.
We've probably got one of those things, haven't we? But
Well,
we've
I
just
definitely got it, but like, you know, that is.
Is that an ADHD trait?
Everything I have. A doctor told me outside of work that I had it. I just needed to go and get like a real, an official diagnosis. But I mean, how will it? I don't want to go on those drugs, man. Someone told me.
I also don't want to start talking about it in my stand.
Exactly.
That's the biggest. That's the biggest symptom.
Oh man, it's a real.
What's the worst symptom of ADHD? Doing an hour-long show about it at the Edinburgh Festival.
It's crazy.
But
I told you, I texted you. I won't say any names. I go downstairs and there's a preview going on before me. And they're talking about they've got Asperger's, and you go, "What's going on?" Stand-up comedy has turned into a doctor's room where you go in and you tell the doctor.
there is value in
wrong?
it. There is value in it, in as much as, like, you know, if you are someone who has a big reach and a big platform, then you are talking about something that might be relevant to someone that someone is getting something from. So I think there is a place for it, you know. But equally, I don't want to keep hearing about it, man, because it's just sort of like, no. Sorry, I'm retracting that because that's not true. But it just feels a little bit like.
There's a level of obviously if you're a comedian there is a level of indulgence, but there seems to be a new like unlocked level of indulgence down here somewhere in the underground where these things, I don't know the sincerity of which they're being spoken about. I feel it's like, well, these clips go viral. So I will talk about
my point is something different to that, and that is, like, I think I will just assume that people that make art, for want of a better word, are
100%
troubled, problematic.
Same.
And that doesn't mean that that's what the entertainment should be as well. Do you see what I mean? It's like,
of course, it's brilliant. It's a brilliant way of putting it.
You go like, yeah, but he was also had problems in his personal life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's
I completely agree.
The personal life has become the
I
and
completely
I've mentioned
agree.
this on here before, but Richard Ashcroft talking about, like, people making all these political points and stuff like that because they can't write a song.
Well,
and he's like, they can't do it. That's why. So it's like, oh, you know, and I know who you're.
The quote,
of.
and there's a quote a comedian said
about another comedian,
about 3 other comedians.
Yes,
and these 3 comedians did very big kind of what's the word? You know, like
altruistic endeavors.
Yes, and the comedian.
So, like,
what do you mean
big,
by that?
Sort of high profile, sort of like acts of human
charity.
Charity, but like sort of long run.
Stuff like that, right?
Okay, yeah.
You know, and it gets big publicity.
Yeah.
And this comedian, who is a well-respected comedian, said that just goes to show you how hard it is to write a fucking joke. Right. And it was the most one of the most profound things I've ever heard about stand-up comedy. And it was said to me at a bar.
Yeah.
And I was with Kevin Bridges, and I ended up on the floor laughing because it was so. It's exactly that. Any comedian, I think, of course there are exceptions to this rule. Any comedian doing anything else other than telling the joke on stage and doing the stand-up is avoiding having to tell the joke. Because telling the joke is the hardest thing you can do as a comedian.
As anyone who was at my preview in Hastings on Monday will have experienced firsthand.
Yeah, but
I'll tell you what, though, it was fucking lovely. Do you know, I thought about this on the way home. I was like, at the time, I was like, oh god, this is. I think I enjoyed that more than I've enjoyed gigs with my old gear, because it's like, well, at least you're trying. Do you know what I mean? It's like, this is.
But you still wrote. But Paul, you still actually what you said is void, because you still went and wrote the joke and you still did it. That is harder. The joke working is on like another level.
Yeah.
But you still did that. That's harder.
And one day I'll get there.
One day you'll get there. That's harder than the run. That's harder than the 1,000 squats, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's what you did is harder. And as a comedian, I really think that.
So anyway, that in answer to your question, that's what it. I mean, I'm forgetful. I lose shit. You know,
I
quite
had to put on. I was brushing my teeth and I wanted to remember to put on aftershave, but I also had to like grab a tie. So going to grab my tie, but to remember to put on aftershave, I have to do this now. I have to go. Don't forget the aftershave. 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 And I grab the tie. And I've got the tie. So now I've got the tie. And I'm going. Don't forget the aftershave. Don't forget the aftershave. And I have to get the aftershave and put the aftershave off. And now I've got the aftershave and the tie.
Do you know what you need?
That's how I have to do. Operate.
Don't say weed, Mikey.
No. You need the opposite
oil.
of weed. But like, Sean sent me a thing on Instagram. This Google AI glasses thing. Have you seen these?
Shit!
It's crazy. Like a little camera in your glasses.
We send each other tech stuff.
Right.
We're like tech nerds.
Like if I see Apple iPhone news, I forward it to
Because
him.
I'm into that sort of nonsense. Little camera on your glasses sends everything to an AI. If you've lost something, if you need to remember like what a
It will
sign
order it on
said.
Amazon.
No, you can just go like
it knows where it is. It saw it.
You'll go like, oh, remember earlier? I think
I'm
I
not
misplaced.
doing that.
Yeah, but how useful would that be? That's
Oh,
like, imagine that. If you
fuck
lost your
off,
AirPods, you just go, where did I put my AirPods?
This is like
It's evidence
we
as
could-
well. So that-
I might as well just be a robot.
I mean,
That's quite
There
a
is
good.
that
That's quite a
argument.
good name for a song.
I might as well just be a robot.
That's a great.
But it is like you go like, well,
lyrical.
I mean,
I might as well
yeah,
just be a
and
robot.
it's not ideal, but it's just sort of part of life, isn't it? It's like life isn't meant to be that easy.
But I don't think I think it's what we sometimes call life is actually society, and it's actually society is pressed down on us so much that you're going to forget your earphones because you've got so many things that you're meant to be doing that day that society has made us. Society
it's not
is
that much of a
demanded
problem that I
of
need
us.
to start wearing robot glasses. It's just
Robo-Paul.
like, yeah.
Robo Paul. please, one of the unhappy Monday Patreons.
You
please
have
make
20 seconds to comply.
Mccaffrey in a RoboCop suit.
Please put down your weapons. You have 20 seconds to comply. I mean, I tell you what, it won't stop happening is the public transport fucking up in this country. You know, you can.
You don't think AI will sort that?
No,
no chance.
because you know,
do, though.
as I said recently, I was on a train where they were looking for a driver. Like,
Oh,
and it
yeah.
was said with the tone of like, oh, sorry for the day, we're just looking for a driver. Like they decided to make martinis at the end of a house party, and they just looking for some olives. It's like, hold on, do you mean you're just looking for a driver? What? Like, don't let everyone on the train and then go, oh, by the way, we've lost. Google glasses aren't going to sort that out, are they? And then the other
No.
day, so like,
Well, they're probably
the
gonna make
last
that
time we
worse.
recorded, I was about
Yeah.
to go up to London the following night to go and see Sabres of Paradise. Fucking amazing. I actually think, pound for pound, I was more excited, and that was better than the Oasis reunion for me. It
Hang
was.
on, you've not been at the Oasis already.
No, I know, but I think I was more excited about Sabres of
By the
Paradise, and it was
announcement.
delivered
you're more
in a way.
excited,
It was
okay,
like
so-
it was so good, man. It was
Okay.
fucking brilliant, and I hope that they do more dates. But we got the train back. Now we already knew that there was a possibility we were going to miss there was one at half. No, there was one at 11 o'clock. Sorry, that was going to be a train straight back to Winchester, but it was touch and go whether we were going to get that because the gig finished at
Just
half
for the
10.
purpose of Sean's drinking game, who were you with?
Jules
Have a
No,
shot,
I know
everyone.
him from Winchester.
and Sam, who you do know. Sam.
I do know Sam.
No, two shots.
I know Sam. If I know them as well, 2 shots.
And they both took mushrooms. I think I can say that.
Man, I wish I could take mushrooms.
And then
I do.
we.
That'd be a good special.
Oh, I
Three
do.
of us
that.
But
on
the
shrooms.
train that we got back was it was going to be a replacement bus from Basingstoke, which is not the end of the world, but it's annoying. So like, it's instead of it getting
Buses are depressing.
bus is depressing.
I think buses are depressing.
I haven't got the bus in about 5 years. I refuse to get the bus.
Buses are depressing.
Hate the bus.
You refuse.
Yeah, I don't. I will not.
You live
I
in
will not-
Oxford, you don't need to. You make it out like you're like, making this big bold statement.
What? What do you mean? I live in Oxford. I don't need to get the bus. We have buses.
Yeah, but it's tiny. You don't need the bus.
Well, you need something. I drive.
And what do you use?
I just drive my car.
Yeah, you've got a car. I don't get the bus.
Mikey,
No,
you can drive my car. So,
It's talking
replacement bus. So we're on the bus. My mate has fallen asleep on the train. He said he needed some more beers, so he went off and got 4 cans of beer. And this train was going to Salisbury. So me and Jules got off the train and walking up. I mean, he wakes up in Bournemouth more often than he wakes up in Winchester. That's just a fact. Like, he always falls asleep on the train.
Oh, I
so
see.
we're walking back up the
Do you know that
platform.
Mike Gunn
and
joke?
as the train's pulling out, we just see him asleep. with 1 open can and 3 closed cans next to him, where he's just had 1 sip of these 4 beers that he needed and fucking passed out on the train. So we got on the bus and we come down to Winchester. The 2 junctions for Winchester are closed due to roadwork, so the bus has to go past Winchester. So we're now driving away from Winchester on this fucking replacement bus at like 1:45 in the morning, and you just sat there thinking,
1:45.
this fucking country.
And you've got a kid, so you've got to be up at...
I know, at 7.
Oh, my
I
God.
don't even have to be up at 7. I wake up at 7 exactly every morning.
From stress.
Just without, that's what time I wake up.
No, it just wakes up at 7.
No, but like that's
so if
not
I went
when
to
you're
bed at
supposed to
5
wake
to
up.
7, I would wake up at 7. I'd have 5 minutes sleep.
Okay. All right. We'll test that. Go on.
How are we going to test it?
When we do
a new What's Upsetting Now
special in a hotel room, he has to stay up
Here's the
until
thing.
6:55.
I'll tell you what I
and
would
then we
be-
have to see if he wakes up. At
Who do you reckon out of the
No
3 of
way.
us could stay awake the longest?
Oh, that is a fucking
Mikey.
good question.
Mikey.
I do
don't
have
think
youth
so.
on my side. Well, like kind of youth.
Yeah, and you're used to staying up and like looking at Trump videos or whatever.
But you're
you do.
half,
That's not what I
you're
spend my
half
time
asleep
doing.
all
yeah,
the time.
right. You're wearing
So
a
it's-
red MAGA jacket.
It's from your normal state to sleep is less distance than it is for us two.
You're
So,
asleep now.
Like,
That is
I'm
fair.
asleep or wide awake. You are asleep
Yeah.
or half.
I am a
asleep.
combination of
You
the
don't
two at all
really
times.
wake up.
Yeah, that is actually fair. I don't. I'm really not.
So your money would be on Mikey.
Yeah.
I think I would win that.
Okay, I don't think I'm going to put my... I'm not putting money on myself, but I'm going to put my money on Mikey. What do you do when you stay up?
None of your fucking business. What do you do when you stay up? I mean, that's a weird question. I'm staying up now.
No, but I
Fair
mean,
point.
like, are you looking at your phone or are you looking at the TV? Which screen are you looking at? Phone or TV? Both.
Both. Ideally, just the TV. But
Yeah, ideally.
Yeah.
But then ideally, lots of things.
But yesterday I watched. How many did I watch? 4 in the first 7 episodes of that thing without looking at my phone once.
7 episodes of...
Love hate.
Love Hate.
How long do you think you would go till then? So it's gone past midnight. How long until
All night.
you'd be able to do all night?
Yeah. And probably into the next day.
By the way, sorry, that's really impressive.
Thanks, man.
I
I haven't done it. I mean, what? I'm just saying that
No,
I
there's
could.
7 episodes without looking at your phone.
Yeah.
I've got a
I
box
see.
that I have to lock my phone away in,
Oh, really?
that I use at night.
Yes.
And that's the only way
Can
I
you not just
stop.
unlock it?
No,
Oh, it locks.
you
That's
can't. You
great.
can't get into it.
Where'd you get that from?
The internet.
Just ordered it on my phone.
Yeah. It's got a lockbox, and yeah,
Really?
you said it. Yeah, but it. I'll tell you what happens. You lock that box, and you feel like a bit of a hit, like you know when you have a drag of a spliff, and you have that like
What when you get it
just
out?
that,
When you get it out?
Yeah.
No, when you lock it, you just get like like it's gone,
I know.
and you're offline, and you go.
What do you do
It's
when
so
your
di-
alarm goes off? You have to find a key and like.
Well, when the box opens, it just goes and it's open.
What time does it?
It's not a
open?
key. It's obviously
no, but
electric.
like your phone alarm is going
You
off.
can set
in
it
the
for whatever you
box.
want. The phone
how long
alarm.
do you set it
Yeah,
for?
I've got an Alexa. I go Alexa.
Oh,
How long do you
okay,
set it
okay.
for?
So 9 o'clock till 7.
Oh, right. That's a long time.
No. Hang on. I've
also
not
not
done.
I was going to say, I call
rude.
bullshit.
Yeah, you've texted me at like.
Yeah. I've not done that. I have to admit, I've gone through a bad spell. I've not done that in weeks, but
You
I
haven't
had
locked it in the
been
box for
doing.
weeks?
No, and I had been doing it. But I had been. No.
So sorry, can we just go back to
Yeah.
the beginning of this story?
Yeah.
There is a box that you can get that you can lock your phone in.
And when I've used it, it's really good.
So how many times have you used it?
Not countless. Don't know.
Right, okay.
I have. Yeah, I did. It was really good. But the problem is Wilder keeps on waking up, and this is really bad. But Wilder wakes up, if the phone's in the box, I've literally got nothing to do.
Oh, if I go on my phone when Iris is around, she goes, wake up, and she'll take the phone off me and put it down, like when I'm on my phone. She goes, wake up.
Maybe that generation will.
I hope so. Yeah,
They'll
react.
save us.
Yeah.
She'll put it away. She goes, you don't need that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
She told me and my wife to stop squabbling twice last week, which is
That's hilarious.
yeah. Well, hilarious / a bit
Yeah.
worrying.
yeah. No, that's coming for me. That's definitely coming for me. That Wilder's going to say something about that. But yes, the box. I still recommend it, even though I haven't used it in a while. I'm telling you, that feeling of like it's
pretty
gone.
good. If I'm watching a film, I will not look at my phone.
But what suddenly? So my brain goes like this. What else has he been in? I need to know.
I need to know that.
I need to know. It's
Yeah.
like what I like about film.
Yeah.
No,
You're coming out of it then, aren't you?
I know.
I like to lose myself in these things.
In the moment.
You're doing Eminem.
That was my attempt.
Yeah. That was a failed attempt.
Listen to the
Yeah. You lost yourself in the joke.
I lost yourself in the song.
In the labyrinth. It's about sort of escape, isn't it? Like, as someone who doesn't have many means of escape anymore, I like, a film or, to a lesser degree, a football match is somewhere that you can just sort of like shut off for 2 hours and kind of.
I did watch There Will Be Blood yesterday.
Oh man, I haven't watched that for years.
And without
bloke,
looking at the
he's
phone.
Amazing. The preachery type guy with
Paul Dano.
I fucking love Paul Dano.
Good.
Yeah.
Every film he's in is
I'm an oil man.
Yeah.
He's from round here, Daniel Day-Lewis, isn't he? He's from
Is he?
Petersfield, I think. Yeah.
Get him on.
Get him on, him and Bin Laden. Special. Double header.
Daniel Day-Lewis. He'd be good at Bin Laden.
Yes.
He's from Kensington.
Is he?
Oh, maybe he grew up here or something.
He had to stop playing, was it
I'm pretty
Macbeth?
sure he's from Petersfield,
Because he
yeah.
saw the ghost of Macbeth.
Did he?
And he had to walk off stage because he saw the ghost of Macbeth or Hamlet. Can never remember which one's which. And would never stepped foot on the stage again. I mean, that's method, isn't it? You know,
It's wanky. What that is.
it could be. It could.
That is.
Yes.
Look, I just. Yeah. No.
On walking off stage during a gig because you saw like the ghost. So I saw the ghost of Bill Hicks.
I saw the ghost of 60 audience members in Hastings on Monday night. I saw the ghost of what I thought were jokes. It's the spirit of what I thought were funny things to say flying out the building.
Oh, man. Do you know what about this?
Chased by silence.
I just want to quickly just run this by Paul. Oh no, we'll do it at the Patreon. Don't worry.
Okay. On the subject of the country going to shit, have you heard about?
Very big topic that.
Yeah. Have you heard about what they do in Scandinavia for their citizens? Like just how different the UK is to like that. Scandinavia are doing it correctly. Have you heard of
Every week?
Yeah.
Right. You turn up with a new sense of enlightenment about how much better someone is. Have you heard what these people do? I was speaking to a guy the other day, and apparently every week you've got a new sort of person.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I'm inspired by
Go on,
things.
then, let's hear it.
If we lived in Norway,
You're
we
not
would.
inspired by. Sorry. Inspiration. I think inspiration is like you take something from inspiration. And
I've
you-
taken
you
inspiration
do-
from this. I want to apply it to the UK.
Yeah, want to apply it.
Yeah,
There's just so much.
Exactly.
You've not like we're all. It's what
Wait,
are
what?
you talking about?
I'm inspired. That works, doesn't it? I'm inspired by what the Norwegians are doing.
I
would-
think there has to be some practicality that's gone into being inspired. You can't just be saying you're
Yeah,
inspired.
you've got to
Yeah.
take action.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I will take action. I might go
Maybe,
to my
Yeah,
local-
maybe.
Maybe you haven't about any of the other things
Yeah.
that you've been inspired by.
Why?
Although, in fairness, you did buy some quails and then very quickly gave them to a local farmer.
Yeah. If
I'm
you
going
were
to get some quails. I am going to get some quails. Oh, well, I am, and I'm going to be a good quail daddy. Yeah, I'm
Well,
going
to
to
be
get.
fair, I did do it though.
Well, where are they now?
where are they?
You are.
No,
an
it doesn't
absent
matter. They're in the
quail dad.
farm, but like I said I would like to breed quails, and I did breed
You
the
say
quails.
you get inspired.
Yeah.
Why don't you go and find some gold and give it to the aliens like you were banging on about 2 weeks ago?
I That's the type of thing I've considered doing
You
recently.
considered, and maybe
I'll do it.
You're
then.
a dreamer.
I am a dreamer.
You're a
All right, I'm a
dreamer,
dreamer.
Mikey.
I am a dreamer. I'm a dreamer. But basically, in Norway,
dreamer.
just hear this out because this is so.
Hear me out.
In Norway, all of their citizens get something called feriepenger.
Norway.
Feriepenger.
And this is a
Feriepenger.
payout that you get at the start of every summer holiday. Everybody gets a summer vacation.
Right, hold on.
What?
Just stop a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't a conspiracy.
Right, you haven't been inspired by this. You've thought, I would like free money at the beginning of every summer.
Yeah, it's
But-
inspiring.
You fucking dick. I want to bring a little bit of this in England. No, you'd like them to start doing that here.
Also, all Mikey really wants to do is wants to go on the dole. It's all you're describing is the dole.
This is the least inspirational thing I've ever heard of my life. I was inspired by these guys when I heard that they get free money for doing absolutely nothing.
At these places.
What an inspirational
like-
story that is.
There are like these food trucks, right? And you can queue up and you can get free food.
Yeah.
So apparently they're like banks where they keep food. Instead of money, it's food. They're inspiring.
I'm inspired by the government
Right.
of Norway. They've inspired me.
To do what?
To
Good question.
They
It's exactly that.
Yeah.
To do what? Not to think.
possibly move to Norway.
Possibly, maybe.
Right. You've been inspired to go move to a country where they give you free money. You're a fucking deluded man.
Why wouldn't you,
You
want
are
that?
living in cloud cuckoo land, as my mum would
Well,
say.
I'm not, am I? Because
You are.
I'm living in. I could be living in
Hi,
Norway.
Could all of these words.
Everything's good until you do
maybe,
it.
Possibly.
Well, so we
It's
just don't talk about anything until we've done it. Then.
But
Yeah.
you don't do anything. You've never done anything.
I have done things.
So you've thought that inspired you.
Yeah.
Like,
What everything I've done, I was inspired by Blink 182, so we went and saw Blink 182. That counts. Does that count?
I don't think going to see your favourite band.
Oh.
Did you think it was inspirational?
Well, Tom is pretty inspirational.
No,
But is it? But it's about making. I thought you were talking about making
You can only
things
call
happen,
that
and now
inspirational.
you're
You were then inspired to start your own
Yeah, that's-
shitty pop punk band.
but that is exactly it.
If you then went on to make loads of shit music.
And in fact, I went to see Mark Hoppus, the other lead singer of Blink, do an interview with Mikey and his brother. And I said to them, like, they play instruments, so they meet up and play music. And I said, why don't you write your own music? You both play instruments. It'd be amazing. Write your own music. And you know what they said? They can't be asked. It's too much work.
Yeah,
that
well-
doesn't sound very inspiring. Literally can't be asked.
What was
Good
the
check.
Q&A like?
Honestly, diabolical.
Was it?
I'm not commenting on that.
Why?
Oh yeah,
Because I still
actually,
have dreams
That you're going to speak
of
to?
meeting them.
Actually,
So
maybe I take that back. It was really good.
No. Just tell me the truth, Mikey. Don't take it back because Sean wants to meet him.
No, I also want
hellfire.
to meet him. So he's not going to watch this though. It's probably fine. It was very, very bad.
What was bad about it?
It was all completely scripted and staged.
he did an Edinburgh show.
It was a show.
Yeah.
It was a book tour, so it's like a book reading segments of the book and then taking some questions from
As
the audience. But they were all pre-written.
As a
audience.
comedian, it was quite, and someone that now knows comedy, it was a different experience for us because we were watching an Edinburgh show, and I thought we were watching a Q&A.
Yeah.
Did either of you try and ask a question?
There were no
They didn't
questions.
even do that.
They were pre-written.
Right.
It was an Edinburgh. We think of like the most Edinburgh-y
Where was
Edinburgh
it?
show, the Savoy, which is the thing that's least Edinburgh-y about it. But
How
yeah,
many people were there?
projector,
Like 1,500. It was quite big. Yeah,
1,500.
and they did two,
Yeah.
and he did a matinee,
matinee.
Yeah.
and an evening, all sold out.
Wow.
They're a very good band.
There's some stupid people in this country, isn't there? Two of them are in this room. Okay.
Oh,
so-
anyway, wait. Sorry, can I just finish that? So here's the Norway
This is
thing.
what you're inspired.
So,
Again,
no.
yeah, sorry, I forgot how inspiring this is.
In June, to help all citizens cover their summer vacation expenses, you will be given a percentage of your previous year's salary as a one-time payment for the summer to go and spend for the summer holidays on whatever you want.
But you
Isn't
could
that
just-
what we need in this
Yeah, but
country?
you could just go to Dubai and not pay tax.
You could rob a bank.
You could rob a bank.
But this is
Rob a
legal.
food bank.
They're just giving it. Why are they able to give?
Right.
Why
people
am I
money?
able to not
I
tax?
don't think that you know, they're gonna go, yeah, just come and move here and we'll give you money.
They might, well, if no, but it's a
what's
legal thing for all citizens. So if I become a citizen,
How are you going to become a citizen? You're saying it like if I just send out that application form
Yeah.
and press tick.
Why do you
on
want to
the app.
come? Well, free money, innit? Every summer. Okay.
I don't know why you're arguing. I thought you'd love this. But I'm saying,
I don't
like,
think there's anyone that wouldn't love this. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, it's pie in the sky thinking, isn't it?
but they're just a country.
I don't think
We're
it's
just a
inspiring.
country. What's different about their country to our country? Why can't we have free
It's
money?
a good country.
Yeah, this is. Look around.
Yeah. I mean,
This is a shithole.
At
Why
what point
can't
of
we be
having
good?
spoken to us over the last 3 years, you've not realised this is a shit place to live?
Look at people.
Yeah,
Look at them.
I do
Look
sometimes.
how unhappy they are,
yeah.
and how bloated they are. They're so bloated.
Yeah. To be fair, Norwegians are like, they look good, don't they?
Mikey,
They look happy.
all nationalities look good on Pornhub. Oh, I've seen them. Oh, they all fit over there. What was your search? Norwegian anal amateur.
Yeah, the porn star's really gone, isn't it? The porn star.
Great.
It's kind of like
Good riddance.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, in the
Jenna Jameson,
yeah.
Jesse
I don't know.
Jesse
They make
Jane,
money. I don't know. Presumably, I'm not.
OnlyFans.
Oh, yes, but
Yeah.
but that's the new model. But the old, like, you know, I think of sort of the kind of slightly lower tier porn stars. No, but like, you know, the kind of
What your
the
league
mid-level.
ones, your
Yeah,
league twos.
exactly. You know, what do they get paid per film? Sort of like they turn up around someone's flat. There's a few camera setups. Not too dissimilar to this, really.
I think
Mikey, I'm surprised you haven't thought about getting into that.
Mikey, can I just ask, what's happening when we leave? We leave before you.
But
You've seen fake taxi, now watch fake pub.
We are. This is no judgment. I'm interested in the economics of it. You know, they turn up, they've got the cameras set up. Where does the money come from?
Well, probably from like
It's still OnlyFans,
you
isn't it?
porn and
Isn't
stuff.
it still OnlyFans?
But before OnlyFans, before OnlyFans, I'm talking
Oh,
about.
I
Yeah.
think they just lost. I think it crashed.
No, there's still a lot of money in porn. I think that these streaming sites like YouTube, like they pay. There's ads, isn't there, on them? And
They're
people
not like,
watch.
it's not ads like, you know, Samsung.
No, it is.
They're all algorithm based, isn't there? Which is why I keep getting. Do you want to meet single grannies in your?
Yeah, but these videos, you know, you can talk about YouTube. These videos are getting like, you know, tens of millions of views. So if you're an ad company,
that's just from you. There's another one's done numbers in Oxford.
But yeah, this is huge money, isn't it? Because of ad revenue.
Well, so if I were to look at, say, Pornhub now, you think there would be an advert for, like, you know, Volkswagen?
Well, I'm not going to say whether it would be Volkswagen,
But like some established
Hold on a
brand.
second. Why have you got all coy around that aspect of it? Well, I'm not prepared to say whether it be Volkswagen or not. I mean,
it would be a real.
no comment.
Yeah.
You asked me if it's Volkswagen, and I couldn't say either way if it would be Volkswagen. But
I think if either of you two did porn,
Yeah.
you would earn a hell of a lot of money.
do you think
Why
so?
are we
Yeah.
wasting our time with this?
Mikey,
Paul,
thank you very much.
Bend over, Paul.
What is it about me particularly that you think would earn a lot of money from?
Okay, I wasn't really saying you, but you've already got a fan base.
Yeah.
I don't really want to be.
You can get. I reckon imagine if people found out, oh, Paul McCaffrey has a sex tape. Like that would be very watched. You'd get millions of views
But
on YouPorn.
There's not. It's just adverts for more porn.
Yeah, but there's still companies paying the same rate per click, aren't they? So
Hold on, Sean. Let's not worry about that. I'm more interested in. Mikey thinks I could be a porn millionaire.
you could be
Porn,
a porn million.
McCaffrey.
So what? If I set up an
Hardcore
OnlyFans?
Paul. Hardcore Paul. Come on.
Yeah.
I think you should do it. You have nice feet and a lovely bottom.
I've got
According to you.
I've got a great ass.
You've got a great ass.
Get it on OnlyFans.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Food for thought.
Yeah.
Would you? What about you if you did it?
I don't think, like, I'm not I wouldn't say I'm anywhere near a notable person. So you've already got a fan. You can
Showbiz Mikey is cult status.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
within the patron of What's Upset You Now, possibly, but
And the broader.
I think you could get a
broader
lot
reach.
of it. I mean, it would be like in the papers and stuff. Like you get
Well, if me and Paul-
No,
If me and
I
Paul-
wouldn't be in the papers if I did.
I
but-
don't
Oh,
know.
you-
I
I
think
think-
you would if you had a
What are you
proper
talking about?
hardcore porn tape.
Yeah, comedian going to
Yeah.
comedian turning to porn.
I don't think so. But
I
like,
think so, and you'll get like 15 million.
I
views.
think
That's
if you did, it would. Like,
Well, let's. Why don't we just
let's do that as our next special.
let's
we both put a porn out and see which one ends up in the papers. We just do a poll. It didn't make it in the papers, and now there's a porn out there.
I don't know. It feels pretty awkward. And I
about
feel
this.
pretty ashamed of myself.
Yeah, well, that was silly, wasn't it? What? Yeah, interesting, isn't it?
That's a lot of my career. What you've just said there. I went to give that a go, and I've come out worse. Come out feeling worse for that.
Kate Nash is like on OnlyFans, isn't she?
Is she?
Sort of like
Isn't
fun-
it just for her feet or something, or a
was her
bottom?
bum, yeah.
But it's like with pants on.
Oh, is it?
Oh, because the music industry is shit. Is it? She talks a lot about how she
Lily
doesn't
Allen
get
does
any
her feet.
Does she?
money. Oh yeah,
Lily
Allen
Allen does her feet.
yeah.
Kate Nash does her bum.
Andrew Ryan played golf with Keith Allen yesterday.
Why?
I don't know.
Mm.
Obviously, a celebrity pro-am golf tournament or whatever. And
Oh,
so,
right.
I'm sorry, I've said the G word. I've said the G word again.
Oh, you can't have it.
I
There's
can't
a bit-
bloody help myself, can I?
Don't make that a drinking game. You'll be paralytic.
Um, okay. Well, should we lose the public?
Sorry, public. You got to
Yeah,
go.
get rid of it.
You want more of this?
Now we're going to make the porn. So if you do want to see that, there's only,
Yeah, exactly.
there's only one place to see it, and that is on patreon.com/WUYN or OnlyFans/WUYN.
Yes. And remember, if you're listening to this, do remember, just in case you've forgotten, that we are on YouTube. You can now watch this. Share it, like it, leave a comment, do a sort of favour. But more importantly, sign up to Patreon, become an Unhappy Monday, patreon.com/WUYN. We'll see you there. If you're already an Unhappy Monday, then you know that you're going to be seeing us in 3, 2, 1.